Mitra Arosaki, home-based anti-pregnancy care. Now, one of the major contributing factors for high child and maternal mortality rates in India is lack of access to preventive care information. You see those fortified food packs there. Now that is photographs of fortified food I got in an Anganwadi in Osmanabad when I had gone on a recce with SSB in 2011. And it was malnutrition week, Maharashtra malnutrition week. All these malnourished kids, from the nearing villages having food there. And I said, there's fortified food there and the children are coming in malnourished. So, what I found out was that the government provides fortified food for free for all children of the villages, but the women do not know what it is for, and they use it as cow feed. And the children come malnourished to Anganwadis. So, it's very important how lack of access to preventive care information leads to loss of lives. I have done my residency in Sion Hospital in Mumbai as a gynecologist, where I have sat in an OPD with 200 women outside and have not had time to even look at their face, forget giving preventive care information. And the worst thing is when they come back, they've come in the third month, they never come back again, and they come back dying in labor, and you see the form, and you see your handwriting saying, you can see clearly that you written in third month that, come back, and they never came back because you didn't counsel. So lack of access to preventive care information is a very big cause of mortality in India. However, it's not just enough to give information. It has to be timed to the age of pregnancy or age of the child. It has to be targeted to those who need it directly. A woman is most likely to listen to you if you go to her directly and tell her the information when she needs it and not when you have time. Also, it has to be culturally specific. It has to be gender sensitive in the local dialect. And it has to be reinforced by repetition through various mediums. We learn by watching, you're seeing on the screen, you learn by listening to me speak. Women need the same thing from us. So M-Mitra voice and animation is a solution that came from that. And it is a free mobile phone voice call service and animated film service for rural India. And in urban India, it's called M-Mitra, and in rural India, now we're calling it Phone Sakhi, in the local dialect that provides timed and targeted preventive care information directly to the phones of the enrolled women through pregnancy and infancy. However, giving healthcare information is not enough. In urban India, I can give information and expect women to find hospitals very close by, right? I go to Dharavi, give information, Sion Hospital is bang opposite. However, in rural India, for various reasons, you have an urgent need for home-based after-work hours, antenatal and infancy care. And now why is that? Because of perceived apathy and poor quality of government health facilities in rural India and difficult transportation. Even in Osmanabad, Solapur, Washim, you have just one bus in the morning and one bus coming back in the evening. So if you have to go for antenatal visit, you lose the entire day. Then there are gender issues. You require a chaperone. And then there are daily wage earners. So both the woman and the husband or mother-in-law lose daily wages. So what happens because of this is that they never go for regular antenatal infancy care. Right? So, and 50% of the poorest households in Maharashtra access care from quacks in the evenings. So what ends up happening is that they never undergo blood pressure, hemoglobin, urine test, or anthropometric measurements in time. So you have these huge malnutrition rates in India, 45%, because you don't pick up children in time. You have women coming and dying of eclampsia, of convulsing because BP, because we don't pick up in time. So the idea came that you could have health entrepreneurs in the villages of rural Maharashtra who go home to home and provide home-based care, right? In addition to those women receiving M-Mitra voice messages, right? So these are all the health entrepreneurs in rural Maharashtra who provide home-based antenatal infancy care. So how we've combined, so this is a 360 degrees care program through the mobile phone that we have devised. So what happens in the rural parts of rural Maharashtra we work is that you have the Arogya Sakhi, who could be an ASHA worker, the health worker of the village, who goes home to home. And in the first visit, she enrolls a woman into Mobile Mitra. So then the woman starts getting the Mobile Mitra voice calls. And then she goes 4 times in pregnancy, pays a home visit in pregnancy, and 8 times in infancy as demanded with government guidelines. And when she goes there, she shows the animation. She's equipped with a mobile phone, and that mobile phone has an animation. And that animation also is timed and targeted. We have 8 animation in this particular program in Maharashtra, but in all, because we're spreading, we're going to be creating almost 22 animations which are timed and targeted. It shows the appropriate animation. And what the animation does is, it involves a family in the care of the woman. So when the voice call goes, it goes to the woman directly. But when you have an animation, the mother-in-law can watch it, the husband can watch it, and it also is not didactic. It's almost like it can be by introjection. You see a good mother-in-law, the mother-in-law wants to be like that. right? And when she goes there, she also provides home-based antenatal infancy care, including doing diagnostic investigations. So she does, antenatal blood pressure, hemoglobin, urine test, fetal Doppler, anthropometric measurement. So it's like a kit that she's got, and she's undergone this training program. Right? And what happens is she also has in the mobile phone that she has. So it shows, I mean, if you see the chart how it works, she goes home to home, she provides home-based care, and she has a mobile app, and that mobile app has coded antenatal infancy forms. Now, one of the biggest things I realized during residency was that you do not pick up problems because you don't ask the questions. The nurses are not trained since like 30 years. They won't know what to ask. If you don't ask, you don't pick up. So what the app does is actually takes the woman through all the important parameters in that particular month of pregnancy or infancy. Right? And then also tells you what tests to do. So in the 4th month, you are now going to be asked for fetal Doppler. But in the 7th month, you'll be asked for. So when she puts in the date of visit, automatically the mobile app can kind of understand how many months pregnant woman is, or how old the child is, and the relevant questions, and then the investigations pop up, right? As seen in the screenshot of the mobile app. So when she codes it in, what happens is that automatically the app will identify the high risk factors. The Arogya Sakhi already trained in it, but then the app also gives her pop-ups of what has to be done, what can she do at her level. Also from the back end, it goes to the doctor in the system, and the doctor knows which woman in which village has which problem, and whether a woman has come in or not. And I must tell you, this is initial, we have doing an RCT in rural Maharashtra with SSP where we are actually proving this concept. Now going forward in Nandurbarg, what we're doing is, we're actually implementing this with the government and ANMs. And what we've added is an SMS-based high-risk factor gateway system. So what happened, now here what's happening is that you have a, back-end the information going to the doctor in the system, right? It's going to the, but if the woman doesn't turn up, there's no SMS going saying come back. So what we're doing is that when the ANM goes home to home, and the ANM puts in data, automatically the government system would know which women have been referred from which village. If the woman doesn't turn up, an SMS will go to the primary health center, it will go to the ASHA worker, so that asking the woman to be brought back. So we are adding that as a next step in our project in Nandurbarg. So this is the screenshot. Now this is in English, just for you to be, so like, here we have nausea, fetal movements, bleeding, which just has to click in. Right, and the voice messages have been created with great care. We've got our experts committee from Arman. Arman is a medical, like a lot of doctors in Arman. And then we've got it vetted by the FOXI, the IAP, NNF, these are all the medical bodies. So it's kind of can stand in the court of law. We have done preliminary qualitative research in the area of implementation to understand what the women desire there. We also have done focus group testing. So it's been actually vetted completely. Right now we have messages in Hindi, Marathi, and Kannada. And we hope to expand all through the country. And these are the training modules. So we had created vetted training modules. I mean, vetted by FOXI on so obstetric modules, and you have the infancy modules. So all of the, I'm not going to go through the modules. This is all that a woman does in antenatal visit and infancy visit. So what a normal antenatal visit and infancy visit will contain. Like urine test, hemoglobin, blood pressure, blood sugar, recognition of danger signs. Then anthropometric measurements, breastfeeding technique, recognition of danger signs in infancy, diarrhea, neonatal jaundice, etc. So we are doing a 3-arm randomized control trial. We almost finished. It's funded by DFID UK, and we have a 3-arm randomized cluster trial. So we have Group A control group. Group B is receiving only the Amrita voice and animation. We wanted to see if only with Amrita voice and animation what's the impact, and with combination in Group C you have Amrita voice and animation and home-based care. So it's a 3-arm randomized cluster trial. We've already finished the midline survey of it, and the end line is going on. And this is being done in 250 villages in rural Maharashtra, Solapur, Osmanabad, and Washim. Partners are SSP and iPartner India. Now, it's very important to remember that these women have been taught these diagnostic tests, which they can use even for women and the older people in the village. It does not have to be only pregnant women and children. She will teach her how to do blood pressure. So you can actually go and use that to test an older person with hypertension, or older woman with diabetes. And now this is the, I would like to say, the midline survey we've done at the end of pregnancy, and we really shown good impact. So if you see the control group and intervention group, if you look at compare the proportion of women who knew the importance of taking 100 days of IFA tablets, that's iron folic acid tablets, is 95% in intervention group as opposed to 60% in control group. Proportion of women who knew at least 3 methods of family planning is 65% versus 18%. And proportion of women who knew that when you use condom, you can prevent HIV, to 64% in intervention group and 34% in the control group. And if you look at, and that was the knowledge recall indicators. If you look at behavioral change indicators, if you look at the proportion of women who actually took iron folic acid tablets, it's 52% intervention group and only 30% in the control group. And if you look at, this is a very important indicator for us, proportion of women with high blood pressure who were actually referred, right? So they went home to home, picked up the woman had blood pressure, and they referred. So that was in intervention group 85%, finished, yeah, and 10% in the control group. So this is very important for us. So these are women who are getting referred early in time to ensure that they will get the care they need, right? And as you can see from, this is on user satisfaction. Women who are satisfied with the voice messages and the content, and women who are satisfied with the animation and the content is more than 90%. And we won the People's Choice Award at the first Saving Lives at Birth event at Washington, DC for Mitra, right? And these are all photographs of the women actually doing the blood test and, blood sugar tests. And, you can see that. And these are the health workers there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Aparna.